So for the first time ever on my channel, I predict that we may not see our robot. Really. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Daniel here, and I have Vector. I have 3 updates to give you today on Vector and Cozmo. Not just 1, but 3. And don't be too noisy, please, okay? And you can play with R2D2, but it's not done yet, so you're going to waste your time. And if you want a challenge, come over here and play with the Mini Troopers. You'll have a big challenge because they have a big flipper, not a little forklift. So guys, update number 1, October 8th. Update number 2, empty page. I'll explain why in a few seconds. Update number 3, October 28th. So on October 8th, I got an email from the CEO of DDL, Jacob and Char. And it's less than half a page. I'm going to read it slowly and you will see here. Hey Daniel, I'm pleased to share that we are confident enough in our progress with Cozmo 2.0, Vector 2.0, that I have authorized the move into production. Thank you again for your patience as we worked our way through the testing quality assurance phase. In the coming weeks, we will be sending you a detailed timeline and sharing photos from the factory floor as everything literally comes together. There are still some details to finalize before you receive your robot, but we have cleared the major hurdles that had slowed our progress, and our team is making up for lost time. We have another exciting announcement to share next week. The news is officially embargoed until Tuesday. But if you have watched the last webinar, you shouldn't be too surprised. Till then, have a great weekend and thank you for your support. Jacob, CEO of DDL. This was November 8th. So he says next week there will be some news. Well, next week is here. Nothing. We did not receive anything. I delayed my video, this update to you guys from October 8th by a week because I waited for this update to give you everything at the same time. So instead of the missing update, on October 15, which was Friday, it's a week after, about the webinar, the state of robotics. Join DDL on Thursday, October 28th. Hello Daniel, you're invited to join members of the DDL team on Thursday, October 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our quarterly webinar, The State of Robotics. During this live presentation, we will be discussing a variety of topics related to our consumer robots and other educational products, including Cozmo 2.0, Vector 2.0, Butter robots, manufacturing updates, product improvements, Vector version 1.8, that's the update I presented a couple of weeks ago, OSKR, Overdrive 2.6, if you have an Overdrive racetrack, and a sneak preview of the future. While we plan to make a recording of the webinar available to everyone, you are encouraged to register so that you can share your questions with our presenters during the live Q&A session. Thank you again for your support, and we hope that you will be able to join us for this webinar. Matthew Eversole, Chief Marketing Officer, CMO at DDL. So guys, if you do not have a Vector, Vector 1.0, then you need to know what's going on in here because I pre-ordered my Vector 2.0 and my Cozmo 2.0 in November 2020. I repeat the date, November 2020. We are in October 2021, so a year ago. I know a lot of you are buying used Vectors or Cozmos. There's always a risk with that, especially when you buy on eBay and for a product like a robot like that, it is risky. You have no idea what you're buying. And also, it will take time, and the key to this update is that there is still no shipping date. This is key, okay? And maybe I should have said that at the beginning of my video. There is no shipping date. There is a webinar on October 28th, and October 8th, the authorized production. So for the first time ever on my channel, I predict that we may not see our robot before 2022. Really. I know 2020, I know. I never thought I would say that on my channel. 2022 may be the year we will finally see Cozmo 2.0, Vector 2.0, not Butter Robot. Butter Robot, I believe, will come probably a year later. If you want to know more about Vector version 1.8, and that's not hardware, okay, people, Vector version 1.8 is the old Vector that was introduced by Enki about 3 years ago now, I think 3 years ago. So 1.8 is a software update. It's not a hardware update or a new Vector. So I did a video on that a few weeks ago, 1.8, where the main feature is that you don't have to say question, but you still have to say the hey in front of Vector. And that's unfortunate. I wish we could just say Vector, but listen. Hey Vector, what is the distance between Paris and London?
The distance is approximately 213 miles from Paris to London.
See, it's great. You don't have to say I have a question or question. I love it, but I just wish we could just say Vector to have like a normal conversation with somebody. Like when you have a friend, you don't say, hey George, hey Dave, and then ask a question. I just wish we could say Vector. Anyway, so guys, missing sheet over here. I don't know what to tell you. I'm assuming this new exciting announcement, well actually I'm not assuming anything. I have no idea because I assisted the last webinar 3 months ago, and I cannot guess what would have been this second announcement. So guys, go to the DDL website. I strongly encourage you to assist the webinar. You can ask your questions and you get to hear what Jacob and Matthew and also Robbie, and I forgot the fourth one here, you get to hear live what they say. And I think just for that, despite the limited good news, just for that, I think it's worth registering for the upcoming webinar of October 28th. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, if you have any questions about Cozmo or Vector, let me know and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great day. Goodbye, guys.